In 2019, Krzysztof S. was accused of molesting and raping boys and girls under the age of 15. The case of pedophilia in the art community was investigated by investigative journalist Mariusz Zielkie. I'm investigating several cases. It's not just Mr. Sadowski. There are more such people, also well known. It takes years of work. It is not possible to get it done within a week or two. At the end of 2022, the prosecutor's office decided to drop the composer's case due to the statute of limitations. The statute of limitations on the acts was confirmed by the District Court of Mokotów in Warsaw, which, in upholding the prosecutor's decision to discontinue the investigation, indicated that regardless of what legal qualification of the behavior described by the wronged parties would be adopted, the acts were already time-barred at the time the notices to the prosecutor's office were filed. The case of Krzysztof S. was also handled by Gazeta Wyborcza's large-format reporter Iza Michalewicz. After the prosecutor's decision, the woman published a moving post in the media. This photo of the raped 12-year-old girl was taken years ago by jazzman Krzysztof S. Today, the women received a letter from the Warsaw Regional Prosecutor's Office, notifying them of the discontinuation of the investigation due to the statute of limitations. It is as I suspected. It was signed by prosecutor Dariusz Ziółkowski. 3 years of interrogating pedophile victims in the presence of psychologists, cameras, and re-traumatizing them went to waste. Is there no longer any force in this country that would make abused children live to see justice? What kind of signal is this to the victims of abuse? Sit tight, because you won't get anything anyway. According to media reports, the first abuses by Krzysztof S. allegedly occurred as early as the 1970s. I was 12 years old. He came at night to say goodnight and started tickling me. He put his hands where he shouldn't. I told him no, stop. He stopped, but he moved on to the other bed, to the second girl, put his hands under the covers and kept doing it until she started crying. Then he got up and left. There is a big problem because it is not talked about. When it concerned the church, it was a little louder about it. These are different professions, coaches, people who work with children. Such cases should never be time-barred. The documentary Just Don't Tell Anyone, shot by Tomasz Sekielski, premiered in 2019. Zielkie accuses Sekielski of not wanting to tackle the subject of Krzysztof S. because he preferred to expose pedophiles in cassocks. The pedophile act is the work of Satan. Maybe it shouldn't be said that way in the media, but it is. There is no greater victory for Satan to portray a clerical person or someone from a religious circle as someone evil. It's a load-bearing topic when we hear about a priest who touches children. We immediately know that this will elevate the subject. The film also makes accusations against the media. Some stations, editors, or portals avoided the topic of Krzysztof S. or purposely treated him in a low-key manner. If there is a sexual aggressor, a pedophile who attacks children, and he is affiliated with the elite, the issue is swept under the rug, and it is often as brutal as the one described in the video. The prosecutor's office is conducting a separate investigation into the allegations against Krzysztof S. from 2017. The offense relates to committing a sexual act against a minor under the age of 15. The proceedings are at the final stage.